Good evening, everyone, and welcome to 2022 and the first Mountain Man Monday of the year, and also episode 100 of the Mountain Man Monday live stream. I'm your host, Mr. Mountain Man, coming to you live from the mountains of Western North Carolina, and I hope you are having a wonderful start to your week and enjoy this live stream episode. Today is January the 10th. 2022. How many times have you said 21? I'm getting in the habit of saying 22 as well. And to get the year started out, at least today, getting on a little bit earlier, hopefully welcoming some more folks, and want to welcome everyone that's able to join me live this evening and anyone who might be joining later on the Mr. Mountain Man YouTube channel. As always, this and the other 99 live stream episodes are available under the live stream playlist. I hope everyone had a wonderful Christmas, holiday season, and a happy and safe new year. I am glad to be back. It was nice to have time spent with family, some time off work, and just able to recharge and get a lot of things done at the same time, and be back with you all here this evening. I will be looking forward to seeing some familiar faces. And again, this is episode number 100. So a couple fun things we're going to do tonight. One, if those of you that were here last year, and I know a lot of people thought it was a cool idea, I'm going to do the year in review for this YouTube channel, Mr. Mountain Man YouTube channel. We will get to that. We will talk about a little bit about the 100th episode as well. So we've got some cool stuff to kick off the year, and I hope that you guys enjoy this. Let me go ahead and start saying hello to some people. Mr. Carlos, another fellow North Carolinian, first here in 2022. Happy New Year. Welcome back. Same to you. Hope you're doing well. Blondie's Adventures, hello to you. And to the Traveling Hoosier up there in the Midwest, Happy New Year to you all. Hope you are doing well. Lily is up there in the Northeast. I hope you are not buried in snow, but if you have snow, it's pretty and everything looks great. My mom is here, which means Dad's in the background. I love you both. Glad to have you here this evening. And it was great talking with you all last night. We were going over the Steelers win and the fact that they had only a 9% chance to make it to the playoffs, and they did. That was crazy, crazy awesome. Foxy Wolf is here only on a Mountain Man Monday live stream. In this last extraordinary year, I've been grateful for your extraordinary friendship. Thank you, and cheers to new beginnings. I will say the same to you, Foxy, and to all of you. I've really enjoyed this. I'm glad to be here. And what would it be? I already showed this in the little clip, but what would it be without a little smile on the Mountain Man hammer here, having Foxy Wolf with the as I sink into the comments below here. Let's see. Anybody else that I need to say hello to? It looks like scrolling some more. 10 Deborah Harrison are here. Greetings, Mr. Mountain Man, and all in the chat. Hope your New Year's was great. It was pretty good. We just stay in because of the kids and whatnot. I've told you all this before, but we buy a bunch of junk food, and by junk food, it could be like boneless wings. It could be like pizza rolls. It can be like chips and vegetable trays and shrimp and, a little bit of everything, having fun, and just watch all the different channels that, broadcast the New Year's stuff. I enjoy it. I mean, it might not be going out to a big party, but I thoroughly enjoy it with the family. I am not one of those that's, I'm in bed by 10. I don't care. And that's fine. I know some people do that, but I look forward to New Year's Eve. I think it's a fun family time, bring in the new year, and watch the fun stuff on TV. So I had a great New Year and rolled into New Year's Day. You all know I'm a football fan. The Ohio State Buckeyes played in the Rose Bowl. It wasn't exactly the championship, which I believe is tonight. I may not even watch that game tonight. I'm not really into Alabama and Georgia, but it was fun on New Year's Day to watch Ohio State with a comeback win against Utah. I really enjoyed that. Happy 100. That's not 100 years old. That's episode 100. I have some cool stuff to show when we get, it's not a ton, but to get into that, yes, it's been 100 episodes of this Mountain Man Monday over roughly 2.5 years. Is about the timeline on that. And it's been the majority, probably 85, 90% of the Mondays in that time. 52, weeks in a year. So you do the math there on 100, have missed some Mondays, but it's been a great evolution. Kind of got into the routine here on what we do on Monday night. This live stream is not only a chat, but to find out what's happening here on this channel in Western North Carolina, what's happening in your neck of the woods, and other things usually related to travel, food, and entertainment, spawning from here in Western North Carolina, moving out to East Tennessee and beyond. I've been international in some of my videos. I've been to the beach. We talk about a wide variety of things, and we learn something too. We always have some fun news and notes, basically news articles that from the area or beyond. And I try to make them interesting enough for those that are really interested in the area, but also generic enough for those like Lily and other people that are further out, or some people overseas and such, that can still find it's interesting what's happening around here. Did you I'm not sure what that's supposed to be. Did you maybe are you using like Siri or something to speak into the phone for the chat? I'm not sure what. Did you see your snow resort? Did you put that one in again, Mr. Carlos, if you haven't already? I'm not sure what that comment was about, but let me know. And glad to have you here. And hit the big thumbs up, the little, the medium. I appreciate it. All the support. Here we go. Did you do your snow report from the pull-off on I-26? It looked familiar minus all the snow. Yes. Thank you for clarifying that. So the last short I did here on the channel was the first snow we had here in Western North Carolina, which was on January the 3rd. So 1 week ago this Monday. And I did allude to it in the short, but I'm not sure if everybody caught it. It was actually, let me, if you give me 2 seconds here, so I can connect the dots and finish what I'm talking about right here. Let me go to my, just grab that link. So this is, now Mr. Carlos may know about it because I believe you live up in that neck of the woods or have been to that area a few times. But last year, around that time in January, here we go. I've got it right here. I am dropping it down. So where I did that was where that video right there is. Now, that is almost to the Tennessee state line, but not Tennessee in the way a lot of people think, like the Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge kind of heading northwest. This is due north off I-26 heading towards like Bristol and Johnson City and that area, almost to the Tennessee state line. It's really interesting what happens with the snow here in Western North Carolina, because sometimes all of Western North Carolina, and of course it's dependent on the elevation, the higher you are, the more snow. Most people live in the lower elevations for natural reasons, because you have to get, utilities and all that up to wherever people live. So unless it's some obscure cabin, most, mainstream living is usually between 2,000 and 3,500 feet in this area. But what happens around here is it's very, you watch the news at night and you'll see the map of like who's getting the snow. And sometimes just a matter of 10 miles can be a big difference between a dusting and an inch or two. And then another 10 miles. It's not that the elevations north of here are that much increased, but it's interesting how the southern mountains in Western North Carolina, going down towards like Henderson County and Hendersonville, can get much less snow than what they get in north of Asheville and like Mars Hill and such. But you're only talking about 30 to 45-minute difference in elevations that are actually not that different. So we did drive north and went to that. It's a scenic exit. But what happens is that, and a lot of people copied us because we were like the second people there. We weren't early, but we were like the second people there that had brought our sleds in the car, and we went sledding. But that's interstate traffic. So a lot of people stopped after they saw what we did and got their kids out, and they had sleds too. Because we would just, small talk with people. Hey, you from here? No, we're from New York, or we're passing through. We talked to one family that was supposed to be back in New York and working, but the lady had called in sick so that they could kind of stay in North Carolina and not miss the snow, which is interesting because they're going up to New York. You'd think they see snow all the time, but nonetheless, maybe they wanted to be in the mountains. It was really cool. It's a beautiful place there, and easy to get to. So kind of a decent spot, because when you want to sled, with the family, unless you know of a public park or somewhere, you can't just go to somebody's property that looks cool that has hills. That's why that location in particular seems to be pretty good. But last year I told you the story about how we didn't have any sleds. It was recommended us to always have cardboard in the trunk, but we did remember. But the thing is, we have those saucer sleds. They got stuck in the snow. They've worked really well in the past, but the longer ones, that still plastic, the hard plastic, but the longer ones were much superior. I need to buy some of those. They sell them at the grocery store and Walmart and all that stuff. So, yeah, that's a great view of all the mountains from there, looking back towards Asheville. That's exactly what it is. So I posted some of those on Instagram today as well. Some of those pictures from last week. It's a gorgeous, incredible view all the way back south to Asheville. And then looking north, you don't have much of a view because it's kind of going through a mountain that's been blown away. That's why you have the rock feature when you look at that video. We are actually warm and rainy now. Temps will drop fast overnight and just a few flurries skirting by us. For tomorrow will be bone-chilling temps. We are in the thick of winter. It's January. Those folks up north like Lily, people in Minnesota, North Dakota, Illinois, all that, Montana and all that, you're talking negative temperatures. So yeah, be ready for winter time, right? Yes, be safe and stay warm. Although Lily, I know, is hardened. By the way, speaking of snow, I usually drop a plug this time of the year for Lily's channel because I know that you've done snow videos in the past and people do enjoy those. Todorico is here. Hello, Mr. Mountain Man family, joining early in the chat. Yeah. I certainly don't promise coming on this early every week. People know that. But it will be, I was able to today because of the timing of some of the family after school type activities and things going on. So I was able to get on this time, which was cool for, yes, episode 100. Glad to have you here and hope you are doing well. 100 is right. Thank you so much. Cooler temps affect arthritis. Yeah. I'm no expert in that, but I thought that did reign true. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. That's why a lot of people like to move to Florida, where it was more humid, less dry, and was supposed to be good for that. But I'll let you all clarify on that one. So yes, episode 100. I even put the little emoji in there when things kind of getting organized here in this room where I set up stuff. One of the nice things, I guess it's almost like in the housekeeping, I got some things set up a little more permanently because every week I was getting all this set up. And it was taking a lot of time. So I cut that in half. It's not yet time for spring cleaning or getting organized, but I certainly did get that organized here. Actually, I want to, let me see. Oh, hold on. Somebody else here. Tommy Tom is here. Hi, Mr. Mattman. Join, thumbs up. Looking to move to Eastern Tennessee. We'll see. Eastern Tennessee, Western North Carolina. First of all, welcome to the live stream episode 100. Glad to have you here. And, from experience, just a little tidbit on moving. I talk about this from time to time when anybody moves. I'm not sure, how familiar or not familiar you are with the area, but one of the great things about the modern era, when I say modern era, the last decade or so, is that the amount of research a person can do online about a given area is incredible and so super helpful. Through like realtor.com and Zillow, jobs or not needing jobs, depending on retiring, things like crime, schools, property values, heat maps, citydata.org. I think it's city-data.org. But if you just put in Google city data, this first site that comes up, an incredible wealth of information. When you go to that, you can get how much snow, how much rainfall, how many days of sun. So nobody needs to, move blindly. You might know all this stuff already. I'm kind of speaking generically, but it's just so great to have to relocate these days because there's such a wealth of information to make an informed decision and really not have buyer's remorse and move to a piece of property, land, a house, apartment, whatever, and then find out later, there's a big factory behind it or something, whatever. But glad to have you here. Let's see. AZ Rock is here. Hey there, Mr. Mountain Man. Happy episode 100 and Happy New Year to you. Great to have you here. Another regular. I appreciate it. And I hope you had a wonderful Christmas and New Year and holiday season. Chad Lovelace is here. Good evening, Mr. Mountain Man, all in chat. I hope you've been doing good. We have been. I hope you had a great New Year and Christmas and holiday season. Glad to have you here. I know sometimes you have to work. And so, when I get on at like 9:45 Eastern, that gets a little late in the long in the tooth for some people, which I completely understand. So glad to have people here. Yes, nice to have you here. And hopefully that did help. Let me move into quickly because I want to have plenty of time to go into it. Some of the fun stuff. So let me start with housekeeping for the week of January the 10th, 2022. First off, since we last talked on a live stream, I did have a video come out. It may seem untimely at this point because it's holiday lights from Dollywood. I needed to, as the phrase goes, kill two birds with one stone and do that video because we were already planning on going there and I wanted to do holiday lights. As opposed to finding something else local to the area. But Dollywood is spectacular. Like I mentioned in it, over 5 million lights. It is a wonderfully, in my opinion, of course, but I'm not biased. And we'll get into the slides later. I'm pretty hard on myself when I know there's a video I've done that I actually don't care for. So let me get this video link, although all of you that are familiar with the channel already probably have seen this, and I know it's Christmas time video, but this video did come out a couple days after Christmas. Unfortunately, it hasn't gotten a lot of traction, and I think it does because it was after Christmas. The Dollywood videos of the wider community, from the smallest of channels, smaller than this one, to the big, were very, very popular. I think people wanted to see what was going on over there, but unfortunately, we didn't go there till December 22nd, 3rd. I can't remember what it was, right before Christmas. I edited after the holiday and got it out as soon as possible. But I look at the three. I've done an annual lights video each year, and the three places I've gone are usually on my list of great lights places to see. I've done the Arboretum. I've done the Lake Julian lights. Both of those very, very popular. Top 5 here in Asheville, and then Dollywood. And so I really was happy with the way the Dollywood video came out. I liked the transitioning. I liked the music. I thought it was well shot. I thought it was a cool video, but again, because it was a few days after Christmas, I think people, when it came up in their timeline, said, I'm done with Christmas. Some people take their tree down the day after Christmas. So, that's just the way it goes here. Let me get back into focus. What else is on the housekeeping front? So with the 2022 coming in front of us, the Mountain Man Monday live streams will continue. I will admit I might be a little bit more apt to forego a month. I know this might bum some people out that enjoy this live stream, but I might be a little more apt to forego a Monday live stream if I know for a fact it's not going to come on till 10 o'clock at night. If it gets that late, it gets a little bit, out of band, and it's the effort and the time and such. So, but anyway, I just wanted to give you a heads up, and then I would put that on the community timeline, but I might try to effort getting them on earlier so more people can enjoy it. That's the whole point. When I get on so late, only the later folks, the night owls, can get on. So that's just one piece. I look forward to the content this year. I have, this is a hobby. I have a lot of things going on. Family is very, very active. Work, just life responsibilities. So unlike some other channels that do this full time, or folks are retired and are put out a plethora of content, and very happy for that, for those folks. And it's not a comparison. I'm just saying, that I do the best I can. I do have 2 channels though. They're very, very different. My other channel, the Eclectic Candy Man, is much easier to produce content. I have like 3 or 4 videos I've already shot. I just need to put them out on that channel, and many more to come. That channel is doing pretty well, and I enjoy it. And then this channel, of course, is a ton of fun. Then I maybe some more videos with my sister this year. That would be pretty cool. And you know, just some fun stuff. It wasn't for a lack of ideas last year. I have an actual list of things I want to do. And the list groweth long. It is long of really cool content. And you all know that the way I shoot and edit videos, that whatever ends up coming out, it tends to hopefully be of high quality, so that even if it's few and far between, you guys will enjoy it. So an exciting 2022 here in Western North Carolina, as time permits. In any way to fill the gaps, as always, we have our Mountain Man Monday live streams. We've got Instagram. We've got the community. I do shorts now as well. That was a new thing for 2021. So really excited about that. Let me, one other housekeeping thing. This has been this way for a long time. I do have an email address for the channel. You have to go on to the about link of on the web. I think it might be also on mobile, but definitely on web. If you go to the about link, there's a contact and you can hit email. I don't remember what the email is directly, but some of you have reached out before. I am not big on like Facebook. Twitter account got disabled and I couldn't get it back. So I've had that for some time. Nobody's ever used it. I want to level set here. Like, I have very low bandwidth for freedom to do things, unfortunately, because life is very busy. I have a young family and a very active career and things going on. So, this takes a ultimate backseat, but when I do it with full passion. But if somebody does need to ask a question or do something offline, I usually remember to check that once every few weeks. So pretty bad, but there is a way to get a hold of me if you need to. You can check that out. Let's see. Brandy temperature 80 degrees, 9 degrees. Yeah, weather's all over the map depending from north to south. Yeah, I know Chad's got the really, really cold weather. Hey, Dr. J, happy 100, Mr. Mountain Man. Can't believe we almost missed it. Glad you're here. I know it's been a few weeks. I hope you are doing well. I know you've been providing updates and had a rocky end to 2021. So welcome to the new year, and hope you and your family had a absolutely wonderful beginning of the year as much as possible, 2022. Glad to have you here this evening. Thank you for putting on the Eclectic Candy Man. And I enjoy that some of you enjoy that channel. It's a lot of fun. I thought your video of the lights turned out great, Mr. Mountain Man. I appreciate it. I do too. I am not hesitant to say when I don't care for the way a video I do comes out. You probably pull old live streams. In fact, one of the fun things, as soon as I get into the slides, my favorite video, my least favorite video, really excited to get into that. We're going to do that in just a couple minutes. I'm just catching up here. Camping Therapy. Hello, everyone. Glad to have you back. I always love your avatar. Very, very cool. Happy New Year, and hope you're having a great start to your week. Nice Monday, and had a wonderful camping season. If we start skipping Mondays, I may need to buy a calendar to keep track of what day of the week it is. Right. I'm here to let you know it's Monday. Monday. Yes. Looking forward to 2022. Absolutely. Rita's here. Glad to have you here. It wouldn't be Mountain Man Monday without our regulars. Rita is a longtime friend of the channel. Hello, Mr. Mountain Man. Happy New Year, and congratulations on reaching 100 live streams. And glad to have you here, as I mentioned. And I hope you had a wonderful New Year, a Merry Christmas, and everything going well. I usually see Rita's comments on the Instagram, which I'll pull up here in just a second. Let's see. Oh, Foxy found it. Mr. Mountain Man at USA.com. Yeah. Again, I forget I have that sometimes because like one time I went like a month and a half without checking it, and I went in there and there was no email. So, I make no promises. Again, I think the reason I give so many disclaimers is because, as you've seen in the travel community, there's kind of this template that a lot of people follow with the way they communicate, get together, connect with other YouTubers and stuff. I can't fit that mold, but I think you guys understand that. But I'm just saying it as a qualifier to make sure, because I don't want anybody to be disappointed or think that I'm ignoring or something like that. I just try to be as transparent as possible, that what you see here is like a little light peeking through the otherwise very busy schedule. But nonetheless, sorry, just putting myself back in focus here because I keep making hand gestures. So yes. Glad you were here. Yes, and I wanted to do it for number 100. Smoky Mountain Hiker, been a while. Hope you're doing well, and everybody else in the chat, you as well. I've seen some of your videos. Of course, I'm subscribed to you, and glad to see. And you have wonderful pictures on Instagram. Hope you've had a happy New Year, and really happy that you were able to make it in here tonight. Glad you're here, Dr. J, and everybody. A lot of great folks here tonight I haven't seen in a while, so this is cool. It makes it worth it getting on a little bit earlier. All right, let me go back to housekeeping and let me bring up the Instagram just to go through a couple of photos. But then I'm really excited about the year in review that we'll be doing here in just a second. So let me bring up share and share the screen and a window and the old Mountain Man Instagram. Let's see, where did we leave off? Because I haven't had a live stream in a while. So can you see it? Yes, you can. All right. So I think, let's see what the date on this one is. Well, anyway, December 18th, steaks on the grill. That was fun because my parents sent Omaha steaks. Listen to me, by the way, folks. If you want to get a family member or a friend, I probably sound like an advertisement, but I'm being generic here. And I think we did talk about this before because I already probably talked about it. But again, if you want to get somebody who's, when I say older, like, you know, they don't need the new electronic thing or the little widget or the wadget or the whatever. Get them food, get them, cookies or steaks, or because anyway, these places, they send it in a dry ice box. So they ship it and stuff, but these are wonderful gifts. I mean, and we got steaks and those were gourmet. Hot dogs, that was really nice. I think I have some more. This one here, I can't remember if it was online, but I had a Mountain Man Monday article about the crazy traffic in the gorge, which is I-40 east. This is the interstate I-40 east of the Tennessee-North Carolina state line around exit 7. They had to demolish a bridge and reroute traffic, and sometimes during the day it's one lane. And I had complained a lot about the day before Thanksgiving. We had to do this huge bypass to go up north in Tennessee and make our way around. That was a picture of the work that was happening. I just thought you guys might think it was interesting. We did get a little bit of traffic, but it ended up being not that bad. But there was a little backup. By the way, because I know Smoky Mountain Hikers here and some others, whatever that day was, I think it was the 22nd or 23rd, we went. Dollywood was not busy at all. It was so nice. It was during the middle of the week, right before Christmas. I was ready for the worst crowds. It was unbelievably wonderful. Really enjoyed the day I shot the lights picture. Next up, there's more. No, this is not from the Omaha Steaks. I bought Angus steaks on the grill for Christmas Eve. And what was in the, I think I might have found corn. I think I found the last several pieces of corn at Walmart, and I was able to do that. So there we go. And then there was another night, burgers on the grill. That was good. I just posted a lot of pictures of food here, right? I think I forgot a Merry Christmas one in the middle. This was one day we were farting around in Asheville and went driving around, and just kind of a nice picture. It's a little bit zoomed in and grainy there, so I'm not saying that this was the most beautiful picture ever, but in person, it was a really pretty picture with that lake there and some of a little mountain in the background. Happy New Year's Eve to everyone, or New Year's. That was at the time. And thank you for everybody that left a comment there. I did enjoy Chris About T-Shirts channel that evening. They had a live stream going for several hours. I was popping in and out, and that was really fun that they did that. Yeah, this was nuts. So for those of you that aren't around here, like 78 degrees on January the 1st is not normal. We set records on Christmas Day and I believe New Year's. I mean, that's way above normal. Even the 50s is kind of warm for this time of the year. So 78 degrees, that was crazy. And was driving down this road, and I mean, look at that. You can tell by the trees that this is wintertime, but if you look at the clouds, it almost looks like it could be like July or something like that. Although Rita says 78 sounds good to me. I'm just ready I've been ready for the change of seasons for a little bit. The flowers are completely confused, like the yellow buttercup or whatever, the daisy, the things that last year I forgot the name of. They're starting to come up and they're going to get hit hard because they think it's warm. We did the same meal on New Year's that we did on Christmas. So we bought another ham because the same hams were at Walmart and they were still a good deal. And they have that brown sugar glaze on top. So it was really good. And then they got the green bean casserole, the potato casserole, the sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes were so good. Really, really good. And of course you got to have crescent rolls. And then there was my plate, and that's making my mouth water, like literally, because I haven't eaten yet. There you go. Most of you have seen the winter. Yeah, never. Lily says, and I like it, never saw so many people excited about snow because you live up in there. Pardon me. Yes. Rita, you got way more than we did. This was again north. I was on a little bit earlier talking about it, but that turned out to be a pretty cool picture right there. And yes, I made a snow angel. A lot of the times on my Instagram, I don't know if you guys know, but if you see the little dots at the bottom, that means there's more than one picture. So always make sure to slide through if you want to see them. This was 3 days ago. We got a dusting. You can see on the ground there. It was just kind of, little dusting, nothing big, didn't stick around. And these I posted today, but they're from a week ago. I just wanted to space them out. It seems like if I post too much to Instagram, they get overlooked. So yeah, this was some pictures where we went sledding. That was kind of cool. We'll check out those pine cones. One of the things that was really cool about this snow, by the way, is it came in with a force and it was very windy. So ordinarily what happens with the trees is you can get a heavy snow, but the trees are still brown because they're the first to melt because the snow on the limbs is very dainty and delicate. But this was a blowing, not necessarily a blizzard, but it was 30-mile-an-hour winds. It was like it painted the trees because the snow kind of whipped up and it hit the branches from all angles. It was a very, very beautiful looking. I mean, as you can tell from this picture, it was just very, very cool. The way it literally like spray painted the trees. It was a beautiful day. That a week ago, I really enjoyed with the family. And we went to Golden Corral that day and enjoyed. So that was pretty fun. So yeah, so there you go. That's some Instagram. Make sure you check that out over there. And let me catch up on the comments and then we'll go to news and the notes, which is really the year in review. In fact, let me see if I have the right banner for that because I don't want to call it news and notes. Let's call it year in review. Mr. Mountain Man YouTube channel. And you know what? I just forgot about something that I have to add in there. That was an important part of the year. Year in review, Mr. Mountain Man channel 2022. All right, we're going to get to that basically now. Add a banner. Show it. One of the things that was cool in no, it's not 2022. That would be 2021 is the year in review for that. Pardon me. As I get reorganized here. Okay, one of the cool things that happened in 2021 that I didn't have on the upcoming information here is Mr. Mountain Man channel hit 1,000 subscribers, and that's a big milestone, as most of you know, on YouTube. Because, well, one, you can get mobile live streams, which I only did once. And the other reason is monetization. And you all remember that I used to say I wasn't going to do it because I actually was fine with making you guys not have to watch commercials because, again, I do this as a hobby. But YouTube decided to say, you're a popular channel, so we don't care if you monetize or not. We're showing commercials. So I said, I'm going to monetize, and then we're going to donate, the lion's share of that money to charity. That has been a really exciting thing for the channel, and I will continue to do that. The one thing I pondered is, would I donate to any more national type organizations or keep it here in Western North Carolina? And I've kind of leaned again on that. I think each time I get a monetization payment, I'm going to donate to charities local here to the mountains, kind of in the Western North Carolina area. There are a plethora of them. Some of them spawn from larger organizations anyway, like United Way of, Western North Carolina. I believe I did that for the flood victims. They're not massive payouts, but whatever we can do helps. And so I didn't have that on the year in review, but that is, I think, a really cool thing about the Mr. Mountain Man channel that you all can be proud of. And so when you support the community, you're supporting that cause, and all intentions and continuing on with that. The payments are slow because I unfortunately don't put out a lot of content. And as jokingly done, the last 2 videos have been untimely. When everybody was putting out their Christmas lights video, I'm putting out my summertime cookout video. And when everybody's starting to put out snow videos after Christmas or New Year, I'm putting out Christmas videos. So anyway, all right, let's look at some of the comments. And so I can get to that. I was a little bit behind. I'm just catching up. Good win by the Steelers. It was a great win. I mean, again, I don't want to spend too much time on football, but I have my Steelers shirt on. I have my Steelers hat. I totally agree. 9% chance to make it to the playoffs, and they did. It was crazy. Jacksonville had to beat Indy, which was almost impossible, and they smashed them. And then this game last night that couldn't end in a tie almost did. Who knows how far they go, but at least it's crazy. It was really good. Really good. Food again. Yes, lots of food. And everybody, I think, did have hopefully a nice New Year. Chad says we've received Omaha steak from family in Florida. Very good. Yes. There was another one called like Allen something, like, Brothers or so. I don't know if they even exist, but Omaha Steaks is one of the main ones. But anyway, it's not that super expensive too. Like if you're thinking for something for your parents or, close relative or your kids, if you're grown up or whatever. We've been getting HelloFresh delivered. Yes, so far it's been pretty good. May have to try those steaks. So I think the difference between HelloFresh is nice because you can get your meals all the time. Omaha is a little bit more of just a treat. You send it on somebody's birthday or something like that. But it doesn't even have to be Omaha. Whoever delivers like food, like HelloFresh, you can do that or something. Ted Deborah said they got to sign off. Good night and glad to have you here. Another longtime friend of the channel that was here as well. I appreciate it. Love seeing all the food pictures. I appreciate it. I took another one last night. I grilled out last night. Chicken on the grill, including a few chicken breasts from leftover from that Omaha package, but then subsidized it with some tenderloins from Sam's Club, little pieces of chicken for the kids because we didn't have enough. The clouds were beautiful. And Smoky Mountain Hiker said 80. See, this is one of the crazy things I jokingly get irritated about Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge in East Tennessee. They are at a lower elevation than Asheville is. But because they're on the east side of the mountains, sometimes they get more snow than we do. So even though we're at a higher elevation, because Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge are like 1,000 and 800 feet respectively if you turn on your altimeter when you're out there. And this is not meaning going up in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, but even Cades Cove is in a valley, and a lot of those places, not speaking like Klingman's Dome and other places are like 6,000 feet. But, they get more snow than we do a lot. And so I kind of get jokingly, I'm like, that's not fair. We're at a higher elevation. You swear you're living, look at that sky. You swear you're living in the wrong place. I know. Everybody loves the snow, right? Gaining weight watching this. The grilled food has been good. And because of the mild weather, the cold weather wouldn't have stopped me, but I was still doing it. They're saying maybe more snow this weekend. I did see that. That'll be in the news and notes. Yeah, because the trees, and I'm kind of accustomed to that because when I used to live in Charlotte, we got a lot of ice storms because it was cold enough to be irritable like in the winter, but not cold enough to get snow. So there was ice was a problem there. And it was the prettiest thing, but boy, they would bring down the trees. Some roads are still closed, like Foothill Parkway and Little River Road from Metcalf's. Okay. Yeah. Watching and eating. You donated money I think donated money to you. Nobody donates money to me. I don't want anybody to donate money to me. But if you mean you watch commercials which donated to the channel, yes. Some roads still closed. Yes. How are you enjoying YouTube Premium? I love it. Admittingly, and I mentioned that in my donation videos, I do take a cut. Although, honestly, I don't keep track of it. I still pay out of pocket for YouTube Premium because I'm only getting these monetization payments every several months. But anyway, YouTube Premium is great because you hit the button and you never watch a commercial. So I like it. I can't believe I didn't have it before as much as I watch YouTube. Nice, your team won, Mr. Mountman. It was. I hope for you if you don't enjoy snow, but they are pretty when you do make your you make your videos. Allen Brothers supplies top steakhouses, prime cuts, and very high end. Okay, I thought that they also were there. Is used by Emerald. Okay. All right, let's get into the year in review. And again, thank you again for everybody that supported the channel that ended up in those monetization payments. You are awesome. All right, so let me go ahead and share the screen and let's get over to talk about episode 100. It's a double today because it's episode 100 of the live stream, but it's also the year in review. So let me share the screen and let's get over there and let's start the slideshow. Let me see. Let me hide the banner so that we don't have that in the way. You guys are going to miss the best part. Blondies in our show, our story. I'm serious. I worked on this. But anyway, being jokingly, you guys have a wonderful evening. Happy New Year and hope that you have a wonderful week. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Let's see here. So this was, I took this screenshot, goofy looking screenshot of me. The very first live stream episode was August the 19th, 2019. And it was done from the balcony of the Hampton that we were staying at the time, I believe, in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. And that is actually the link there. Let me put that in the chat. You guys do not need to go back and watch the live stream, but I wanted to at least put it in there. It's interesting because I took that screenshot and I looked over there at some of the people there. Some of these names we know, some of these people haven't been here in a while. Some people may have changed their name because I don't think one of them I remember. So you can't see probably unless you're watching on a television or something. The names in there, Chris about t-shirts, Tim Wheaton. Tim used to show up a lot in the early live streams. Chris comes from time to time. You all know him. The Angry Granny. I don't think that was the person's name originally. Unless one of you guys know the Angry Granny, that was somebody else's name. They changed their alias. So the Angry Granny was there. Whoever, I forget who that was. Kentucky Girl. Now there's somebody who still comes to the live streams. In fact, her comment was, "Hi, this is Kentucky Girl. Just saw you coming on live and thought I'd check out to see what your channel is going to be all about." This was very early on. My channel was probably only a month old at that time. Marvin Carlton was in here too. He used to come to the live stream a lot as well. You know, some of these folks rotate in and out. I talk about a lot. You know, people get bored of channels. People stop watching YouTube so much and do something else with their time, any number of things. But I thought it was fun to take a screenshot and look because, yeah, 2.5 years ago, that was live stream number 1. It's funny, those first 3 live streams actually had somewhat of a poor rating because they weren't watched that much because it was early in the channel. And once upon a time, I had somebody very early on in my channel weaponize the down vote and went through my handful of live streams in every video on 3 separate accounts and just went down, all within the period of about 15 minutes. Unfortunate, but anyway, doesn't matter. Neither here nor there. That's a funny picture of me grinning with my hair blown around out on the balcony. And that was episode 100. There's been a lot of great episodes since I've come on. You know, it was pretty early on. I started the format with the housekeeping and news and notes. There was a stint there for a while where I used this software to invite some folks on. Just noticing out of the corner of my eye that you are heading out. Work on your game. Hope you have a nice 100 and Happy New Year to you as well. Thank you for stopping by. Say hello to everyone, and I hope you have a wonderful week. So back to the episodes about the live streams. We've had there were two, I think I did. One I had Will and Chris on, and then another one I had just Chris or something to that effect. And I've thought about doing that again, especially for the regulars here, like, or maybe somebody else who's a creator. Maybe some of the regulars don't want to show their face, but maybe other creators, like maybe Larry or Smoky Mountain Hiker, or whatever. I've thought about it. I just haven't gotten organized enough to do it. But the software is great because then you can actually have somebody on. Who knows? Maybe my sister Ditta, we can get her on or do something like that too. So that was episode number 1, and it's been a while. It's been a spell since we did that. All right. Let's take a look. All right, here is the 2021 Mr. Mountain Man year in review. All right. So, starting from the top, the number of videos, this is not a great stat right here. Triple M community, 9 videos. All 9 were pretty good videos, but that is not a lot. That is less than 1 a month. Thankfully, I'm pretty pleased with the way all of them came out, but that is definitely on the low end. If you combine, which you can't because they're different, it's apples and oranges, but if you combine what I put out on the Eclectic Candyman, it wasn't a bad year because I put out several. But I did get into the YouTube Shorts, as I know some of you that are creators have as well. Started that about mid-year and did, it was actually in the summertime, and did 16 shorts. So combined between the videos, shorts, and live streams, I have not been absent from the YouTube community here. Number of live streams, 41 live streams, including 1 M4 or Mountain Man mobile, Mr. Mountain Man mobile live stream. That was from Myrtle Beach. I'm surprised, it kind of reflecting I haven't done more, but again, it's just a time thing. But that's a lot of live streams. I mean, that's 11 short of the whole year for 52 weeks. But I'm glad to be here each and every Monday. Let's see. Oh, Kentucky Girl. I'm just going to scroll back real quickly here. I was glad to have you here. I hope you're having a great start to your week. Nice Monday. Happy New Year, and had a great Christmas and holiday season. I was showing the very first live stream ever because this is episode 100, looking at this screenshot here of the people that are familiar faces, and you are one of them. Your comment there that you said you state your name and that you wanted to check out my channel and see what it was going to be about. So glad that you were here for episode 1, and now you are here for 100. So that is pretty cool. And pardon me, glad to have you here. Got to keep drinking water and talking nonstop. All right, favorite video. What was my favorite video? Okay. My favorite video was visiting Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. That was a fun video I did in the summer. That, as a interesting note, was also the most difficult video to edit that I've done in a long time. It was 7 days of filming, like 200 individual shots. That those 200 individual shots could not be just stitched together. There was a lot of content that couldn't be used, like, that has to be chopped up. And telling a story that was seamless through it was a challenge as well. I love the way that it came out. It was a complete bonus that we ran into that very popular YouTuber, Brent TV, who has now 2 million subscribers. He's big time, but that was really cool. He's a cool person. So got that in at the end of the video. That was my favorite video. My least favorite video. So last year in 2020, my least favorite video was actually like, there were things I didn't like about the video. This one is a little more than meets the eye. This is not necessarily my least favorite video. The Spyglass pirate themed miniature golf from Middle Beach, South Carolina is an excellent video. The video came out very nicely. In fact, if the owners of Spyglass theme had ever tripped upon that video, I'm sure they would be greatly appreciative, because the way I shot it was not very raw. It was almost like a commercial for that place. And I had the gimbal. It was not shaky. It was an excellent video. The reason I say it was my least favorite video is because what was going on behind the scenes, the baby was extremely unhappy. The kids were getting impatient. And I was trying to shoot that video. So behind the scenes, it was a little bit stressful. And so shooting that video was not that easy. The outcome of it was cool, but the more than meets the eye about it is more than meets the eye. More than meets the eye. It was a difficult video to shoot. AZ Rock, you asked a question. I'm confused. If this is live stream 100, why does it show 41? Shouldn't it be 99 for 2021? No. So this is the number of individual live streams I broadcast in the year 2021. So the first live stream was in 2019. A bunch of those live streams, if we did the math here, whatever, the 50 some, some were done in 2019, some were done in 2020. In the year 2021, I did 41 live streams. And so 41 Mountain Man Monday live streams. That's where the number 51 came from. Kentucky Girl remembers my first Myrtle Beach video. That would not be this year's one, but the last time I went with the lightning, which was behind me when I went to Captain Benjamin's, which I also went to again this year, and is just an incredible place. That's something else I should give a shout out for 2021, because we went there and they continue to be over the top gracious that I shoot videos there, even though my channel, I wouldn't say is, massive, sending us all these shirts and gift card for eating. And, it's just, and I love the place. It's like our favorite buffet, not because they did that. It was, what came first, the chicken or the egg. We liked the buffet before they did that. They just happened to notice it. Unlike Spyglass, who doesn't know that video is out there, Captain Benjamin's found my video on their own and were like, wow, this is great. So I was able to shoot it again. Thank you for clarifying. No problem. My most fun video to make, this was a toss-up because I was going to say Myrtle Beach because that was a lot of fun because it was 7 days of shooting. We went to the Brazilian Steakhouse. We went to Captain Benjamin's. We were at the beach. We were at the hotel. We drove around the Mustang and we're being goofy, the Cobra. It really was a lot of fun. But I have to give a nod to the Visiting Chimney Rock Village, North Carolina, because my sister did that video with me. And on that particular day, it was just her and I, so it was not stressful. I didn't have to worry about the kids being, short of attention span. And that was a really fun video to make. And I anticipate in 2022, hopefully doing more videos with her. And so that will be cool. Favorite mountain video location. I mean, this was the same as if you went back to last year's review, Mount Mitchell. I could have said Mars Hill where we went for the snow because we sled and that was a lot of fun. But that video I came out with a month or so ago with the cooking, I don't think the video even does it justice, guys. That's a 6,500 feet in elevation with views that go on forever into North Carolina and Tennessee. And you're grilling out with these views. I mean, people try to go to restaurants with views of a long distance views or at the top of a building or whatever. I mean, this is a free park and you go up there. So that was really, really, really cool. Rita mentions, I didn't see your first live stream, but I did see it later. I have seen all your videos, most of them more than once. That is super cool. And I appreciate it. I'm humbled. I mean that. I'm humbled. In the fact that you've seen them more than once, the main videos. I like doing that too from time to time. Even though, my family isn't in the foreground, it's fun to watch some of those because they're like souvenirs. Like if I go back to that first Myrtle Beach video, it's like a souvenir for the family. Some of these videos are exactly like that. They're like video souvenirs of a point in time. Speaking of family, my favorite family video location was Dollywood. Again, this was a tough one because Myrtle Beach was an incredible trip. It was our 20th wedding anniversary. Um, really tough. I didn't want to put Myrtle Beach on every single one. Dollywood. We had a great time. This was our first year having season passes to Dollywood. The family had a great time. We went to Aunt Granny's a lot. We went to um, the rides. We enjoyed being like newcomers to the park and kind of experiencing it for what it is. I'll say this about Dollywood. It was a more significant park than I thought it would be. I didn't think it was going to be like subpar by any means. I mean, Dollywood makes top lists on theme parks all the time. I just expected more like a Carowinds size park, and they are pretty impressive. So Dollywood is all it's cracked up to be. I mean, it's not Disney World, but it, as far as theme parks, individual theme parks, it does a magnificent job. All right. This is by YouTube metrics. What is the most disliked video from 2021? It was the 10,000 horsepower nitro racing at the NHRA Thunder Valley Nationals in Bristol. It wasn't by a lot. It got a couple of thumbs down, but it didn't get a ton of thumbs up. You know, whatever. I didn't read into that much. It is in the mountains. Could it have been on the Eclectic Candyman versus Mr. Mountain Man? Possibly. But because I went, and that's why, by the way, I most certainly made getting my GT500 KR trip out to Oklahoma on the Eclectic Candyman. I didn't used to do travel videos on there, but kind of after the NHRA one, I started to be like, if this is cars or motorsports or something related, maybe I should do it on the other channel. But anyway, I love that video. The way it was shot, the stitching together, I thought it was a really, really fun video. And for anybody who hasn't been to an NHRA race, watch that one on the big screen. It was just a great day. And it was a lot of fun. And I took my kids and we had a good time. The most liked video by YouTube was visiting Chimney Rock Village, North Carolina. I think there's some truth into the channels that have a dynamic with more than one person. You see it a lot. There's a lot of these like mountain travel community that might be a husband and wife or a couple of friends, or there's some Disney ones that it's, you know, several people. You know, the fact that I'm by myself a lot, I think I can fill up the video and I have enough personality to make it happen. But that particular video with my sister, I think people enjoy having, you know, another person in the video. And so that's a hypothesis, by the way. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I think people enjoyed seeing my sister there. And it's a cool place anyway. It was a really cool, that town is awesome. And so that was very liked. The most popular video also was visiting Chimney Rock Village. For the size of my channel, I think that video got about 5,500 views. It's pretty cool. The least popular video was my newest release, and that might be partially why, was the Dollywood Smoky Mountain Christmas over 5 million lights. Again, I'm very pleased. As far as my 3 Christmas videos in the 3 years, I think it's the best one, and I think it was well shot. But it did come a couple days after Christmas, and I think that hurt the visibility because post-Christmas, people, you know, Christmas is done. Why am I going to watch Christmas lights and listen to Christmas music? But for me, you know, Christmas, you know, it goes all the way to January 6th. So still in the season, you know, I was very, very happy. As far as the shorts, which was new to the channel, the most liked short was the Steelers versus Ravens Renegade. This is a song by Styx. If any of you like classic rock, you've heard the song. They play in typically as the game winds down right before the defense comes out for the Steelers. They've been doing it for about 2 decades. And statistically, it just gets the crowds pumped up. And what I meant by statistically, there is a high percentage chance that the Steelers come up with make a fumble, an interception, a sack, a 3 and out. It gets the crowd going. So it's a very popular tradition at the Steelers game in Heinz Field. And it had like 3,500 views. It also was the most popular by thumbs up, the Steelers versus Ravens. This was a little disappointing. The least popular short was one where I donated the monetization funds to the Manna Food Bank of Western North Carolina. I mean, to me, that's positive news. It's not entertaining news, but it's popular. I mean, it's something positive. And so anyway, it had like 56 views, I think, or something like that. But again, regardless of how many people watched it, it's the purpose. It's not about watching that short. It's just a stat I wanted to put on here to balance it out. The most popular live stream was February 15, 2021, episode 62, which was with my sister. She was on that live stream, and that one was the most popular live stream episode. And people enjoyed having it. Again, I think when you have another person, truth be told, people enjoy that. And the least popular live stream was November the 22nd. That one was really low. I think it was a twofold. That wasn't that long ago. I think it was one of those that I was on starting at like 10. And it was also very close to Thanksgiving, because I remember that night there were like 3 people there. And I was like, oof. And I think Larry had mentioned, like, you know, hey, it's right before the holidays, so a lot of people are gone. Oh, Rita, you're working on dinner, and it sounds delicious. I love some chicken wings. You missed my favorite slide. This thing that I'm doing right now, I think is so much fun. I really like doing the year in review. So, you know, you'll have to back it up if you didn't hear that, but, it's just fun to review on what happened in this past year. And so, yeah, let me catch up on a couple of the other comments here. Let's see if anybody said anything else. Mount Mitchell is beautiful. Yes. I mean, Mount LeConte over in your neck of the woods. I mean, all these ones that are above 6,000 feet are awesome. Yes, he does. Kentucky Girl, a couple. One actually is snow. I need to go back though. Seeing something live and seeing something on YouTube is totally different. This is absolutely the truth. It might seem obvious, but there are so many times I take pictures for Instagram or shoot a video, and the video just doesn't do it justice. I mean, even with 4K and doing it well, you know, there's no replacement for being you know at the place. But at least it helps for folks who can't make it and such like that. Your videos always jog your memories, and you're blessed to have them. Yes, like I said, little souvenirs. What else? I just curious of the answer. It really varies. Trail conditions and every person's different. Yeah. I mean, that's a raw hike up to Mount LeConte. I mean, that's one you should get the patch if you ever do it. Did Dr. J? Oh, he left a while ago. Yeah. I was just looking at Rita's comment. So there you have it. That's the year in review on the Mr. Mountain Man YouTube channel. Again, I'd say overall I was very pleased with all the videos and enjoyed them. I do have a pretty good plan of one of the things I do like too, though, is I like to shoot outdoors when the mountains are green. So if I had my way about it, in the winter when the trees are brown, and if I'm not doing something snow related, I'd probably prefer to do like food or places indoors and other things like that, and then focus on outdoors once it comes to the summer and to the fall. Like speaking of the Chimney Rock video, people love it and nobody thumbs downs it, but that town is so much more beautiful when there's leaves on the trees versus if you watch mine, which is in February. Crystal clear blue day, but there were no leaves on the trees. And that town's so much more beautiful in the summer. But also, I wouldn't have been able to shoot that video so peacefully had it been in the summer, because it's 100 times more busy than that. Does the Little Switzerland video get an honorable mention? Little Switzerland was the hallmark of the Mr. Mountain Man YouTube channel and what catapulted me over 1,000 subscribers. But that was not in 2021. That was in 2020 is when, right? Yes, that was shot in yes, I'm mixing the years up now. I am confident. That was in 2020. If you go to the year in review last year, everything, most liked video, most watched video, most fun, you know, Little Switzerland. That, you know, people just thought that video was awesome. That one, I can't remember how many views it's getting, but it's pushing pretty high. I mean, for a channel my size. It's like over on the Eclectic Candyman, the most watched video is called How to Seal the Grout Tile. It's a simple title and it's a short video, and it's like almost 100,000 views. It's crazy. like now would most likely take a while because I have not had a trail without a tree down since the storm. Right. Well, especially if you went this time of the year. Right. Um, I think I've been in quarantine too long. I know. It's been a rough couple of years, but thankfully we have the outdoors and that does help. Upside to winter, though, is you get to see some views you don't with leaves in the trees. Also, homes artifacts are hidden this summer. Excellent point. This is one great. I totally agree with Smoky Mountain Hiker. If you're down in the valley and shooting from distance, maybe not, or maybe you can see through the mountains. But if you're hiking, this is absolutely a truth. Yes, it is interesting to see what people like to watch best. Yeah, and it's good feedback for me too, because like I said, like some of the identity of this channel and some of the videos I do are becoming quite clear of what it works and what I enjoy. And then sometimes, selfishly, do I shoot a video that maybe I enjoy but I know it's not going to be wildly popular? Sure. Maybe like the NHRA one, which again, probably I could have probably done that whole video as the Eclectic Candyman. And then put that over there. But it was a destination video. That's why I did it like that. But then that's why I made the change on the GT 500 KR. Mr. Mountman, as I made my New Year's resolution, I've decided to be a YouTube viewer and not a producer. I'm busy with my husband's health issues. Let me start with the most important fact there, which is your husband, and prayers for him and for your family, and hope that you have a positive year and as healthy as possible. Backing up a sentence, this is a wise thing at times to do, is to be disciplined and make that call. I think my friends here on the channel, probably, I can't see your faces, but every time I give those disclaimers about how busy I am and the family and how I can't produce much content, are probably sitting there going, "Be quiet, Mr. Mountman, we've heard it enough." But the reason I say it so much is because I have to keep things in check, different reason than you, but I'm agreeing with you. Like, YouTube at this stage of my life can't become like homework. And I will totally admit, sometimes it does. I finally get the day's events done and my work. And trust me, my work, I need to focus on it too. Like, I'm not near retirement. I've got a lot of things that I need to focus on in my career. There's a lot of important prioritization that happens in my life. So I have to have a balance with YouTube. I can't just go all in. And sometimes that's frustrating, by the way, because I believe I have the ability, the tools, and the know-how to do very well, but I have to be disciplined. I can't just go at it. So sometimes, yeah, I'm like, I could do that video and I could do a lot of good videos and I could do this and that, but I just can't. It's not responsible at this stage. So back to your comment, I completely understand. YouTube's a time, it's an investment. And that investment is always not a wise investment. So, but it's also something you can become a hiatus. Like you said, maybe this year or next year, and then you fire it back up. And some people do that, and so hopefully, the most important fact there is that, for family and you're there for your husband. I wonder if your channel gets confused with another one that has close to the same name. I've looked up Mr. Mountain Man before, or Mountain Man. And that you can have duplicate names on YouTube. You can't have the same URL, but you can have the same creator name, which is weird. Like, I wonder if somebody tried to use like Mr. Beast, but again, if you're a new channel, you get lost in all of it. And by the way, complete tangent, speaking of somebody who really uses their fame and popularity well, Mr. Beast. If you guys have never gone to his channel, I mean, the amount he donates and does, what an incredible way to use your resources. And he's also a lot of fun with it, and people enjoy his videos. But back to this, yeah, I don't know if people get confused, but I know what the bottom line is. It's money, right? No, this is not a hypothesis. It is. YouTube is part of Google, which is a public company. The way they make money is ads. There is nothing wrong with that. That's their business model. How do you sell ads? You sell them through popular videos. How do you have popular videos? Through popular channels. How do you have popular channels that people want to pay attention to? People who produce lots of quality content. Well, there's one word missing from the Mr. Mountain Man YouTube channel that I just said there, which is lots. I produce content, but I don't produce lots. The YouTube, I'm sure of it. The YouTube algorithm says this is a cool channel, but he doesn't, or this channel doesn't produce enough content for us to monetize on it routinely. And so traction is slow. So I hurt myself by not doing more, which can be frustrating at times because I know what I'm capable of, but I also have to be disciplined at the same time. So that's what happened. Next week, your husband starts cardio therapy 3 days a week. That is, and I hope that goes really well. My grandfather had a heart attack decades ago, and he was in rehab and therapy for long time until he passed away, unrelated to the heart. Therapy, rehab, and therapy and stuff really works. Very, very good. You have to keep your priorities in check sometimes. I'm going to scratch out one word there, right there. It's all the time. Everybody has priorities. It's managing those priorities. You know, we don't have to wait till the new year to figure out what those priorities are. Sometimes we have to do a check throughout the week. Spent a little too much time in the old computer YouTube editing. I need to focus on work, family, my house, you know, whatever's going on that's important, my body, you know, working out, things of that nature. So trying to keep all these things in check. Yes. Prayers for your husband. You do produce quality content. The people on this channel that are here routinely, I'm humbled because I think you do acknowledge that, you know, I spend quite a bit of time on editing, not because I don't know how to edit it. The Eclectic Handyman videos are so much faster to edit. I can do them in under an hour sometimes. But the Mr. Mountain Man YouTube videos, like the Myrtle Beach, was really difficult. Even the putt one, which, and by the way, this is another thing year in review. It can get frustrating going back to Kentucky Girl about the time spent. I can spend a lot of time shooting, drive my family crazy, end up with like 80 little segments of a video, publish it, and barely get 100 views. That is sometimes you know that can be trying because you're like, what am I doing this for? Like, I made my family upset. I spent hours doing this, and who's watching? But you know, if you're doing it because you enjoy it and there's enough people that do enjoy it, then you just keep on pressing through. And that's what I do. As long as we know how to find you and share, everything will be fine. Yeah, and that stuff does help. But I think some of it is out of even your all control. Again, YouTube says you made 9 videos, Mr. Mountain Man, last year. We have people that make 9 videos a week. And so, you know, Pastor Dan and Kim, Happy New Year. Welcome. I hope you're having a great start to your week, a nice new year, had a Merry Christmas, and are doing well. I've looked at back content. I've been enjoying the vids. Thank you. And Tommy Tom, and maybe the way you'd have to let us know how you navigate. When I was new to YouTube, so this is an interesting journey because even me, who feels very savvy at YouTube now, especially as a creator, was not at one time. I remember when I started watching Yankee in the South when I was first on there, and I was on their live streams, and I'm like, hey, did you guys ever make an Ober-Gatlinburg video? And I was asking that question on the live stream. That doesn't make any sense because all you have to do is go up to either their playlists or go to YouTube and just search it, and it's very good about doing it. The point of that little anecdote was, as a novice new user to watching lots of YouTube content, I wasn't savvy as a searching YouTube for a individual creator's content. I think playlists help with that a lot, and also searching the person's channel. So I try to make it, all of my videos that are the videos are in a playlist called the Mr. Mountain Man Uploads, which if you go to the videos tab on my channel on mobile, it's filtered for all that. So all the live streams don't get stuck in there. I believe that's the way it is. Or I have that inverse. You got to go to the main web and it says Mr. Mountain Man Uploads. But if you go to Mr. Mountain Man Uploads, those are the like canned videos. So anyway, just as a saying for Tommy here, he said, enjoying the vids and going back. Yeah. For those of us who are doing this as a hobby, we don't expect tons of views or unable to produce lots of content. Exactly. It's just that I think it's that whole like the effort that I put into it naturally, like as a formula in the brain. I don't equate that to it's going to be wildly successful, but like based on the size of the channel, I start punching numbers in my head. I'm like, this is deserving of 250 views or something, you know? And when it's hovering around like 80 views after several days or a week, and I'm like, it's just a little deflating at times, but I'm just being honest. But again, I probably am contradicting myself because you say, well, Mr. Mountain, your goal here, you're helping the community, you're donating the monetization, all that. These are all true facts. But I still fall into that. I admittingly fall into that trap of like, you know, I want it to do well. But anyway, let's see. Yes, Lily makes great videos, and quantity does not equate to quality. It does. I agree. Quantity and quality are the 1-2 punch for being successful on YouTube. Quantity without quality doesn't usually work, and quality without quantity, is not always, you know, whatever. Did you guys get the troll? I see those still here, but maybe somebody else got that. It's not actually like a troll. It's like advertising, right? Anyway, I told you because the whatchamacallit here, this live StreamYard, it is not a perfect tool. But hopefully you guys saw that and were able to remove that, because I can't even take it away from my own. All right. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that. And anybody who watches this on delay, feel free to leave a comment below if you are watching on delay, if you had a favorite video or what you like to see, or provide feedback, or you all that are here live tonight can do the same. It was a terrific year for the YouTube channel. And again, I think the most monumental thing was, I think it was going over 1,000 was what happened last year. Or maybe that happened right at the end of the previous year. And then I didn't start monetizing till last year. I can't remember the exact timeline. Oh, thank you, Foxy Wolf. I appreciate that. Somebody's trying to get some free advertising of the kind that's not of the travel community. All right. So what would it be on a Mount Man Monday if we didn't have at least one article about food? Food. The best under the radar eats in and around Asheville, North Carolina. All right. This is from our fun site, AVL Today, which always produce good content and fun content that actually aligns well here. I've used several articles from them. From the article, and by the way, this is the greater Asheville area, not just Asheville proper. With award-winning restaurants aplenty, the Asheville area's food scene keeps getting bigger and more famous, but there are some spots only we locals know about. Because we don't want to be too selfish, we've decided to share your answers to Western North Carolina's best under-the-radar eats. Bon appetit. First up, Cousin's Cuban Cafe. Might have to check this out. This is over in Black Mountain. That's about 30, 45 minutes away. Sweet and savory pastries, empanadas, cubanos, and some incredible private label coffee are just a few of the tasty treats you'll find at this hidden gem. I typically, and my wife do like Latin and Cuban food, so I might have to check that one out on a little road trip. Let's see. Papa's Pizza on New Leicester Highway. More than a few of you shouted out this pizzeria for its reliable deliciousness, generous servings, and affordable prices. Those are all things that ring to me. Generous servings, check. Affordable prices, check. The family's getting expensive to go out to eat, by the way. And it's delicious. So we got to check that out and see. Pon Thai. This is on Sweeten Creek Road. I'm not a huge Thai fan. I know a lot of people love it. I'm taking it or leave it. It's on 3101 Sweeten Creek Road. The Exxon gas station in South Asheville is a great place to fuel up, not only on petrol, but on authentic Thai cuisine like curry, pad Thai, and crispy duck. Pro tip, the Tom Kai soup is addictive. I may have mispronounced that. Because again, I'm not real savvy on the Thai cuisine, but if you enjoy it, take notes. Sandhill Kitchen, 491 Sardis Road, located inside the BP gas station. I guess this is the hen around here. And there's another gas station in Arden, I think called I forget what it's called, but they have really cheap prices and good food and like $10 steak lunches. And so I guess maybe having gas station restaurants is like a thing. Located inside the BP gas station on the corner of Sand Hill and Sardis Road, this unassuming spot cranks out award-winning burgers, chicken sandwiches, hearty breakfasts, and sweet treats like lemon bars and banana pudding that could rival or beat your grandma's. Bonus, there's a drive-through. Scramble 144, Hoopers Creek Road in Fletcher. Y'all love this restaurant, which offers a blend of Mexican and traditional American foods for breakfast and lunch. Really, we want it all as long as it's doused in that incredible slow-cooked mole sauce. Tommy's Family Restaurant, 247 North Main Street in Weaverville. Looking for food that tastes like home but without any of the drama? Hit up this spot for a novella-sized menu of family-style eats like fried catfish, prime rib, and pork chops alongside rotating daily sides. Wow. Huh. Tommy's Family Restaurant. If that's family-style eating, I like that too. It's kind of like a buffet. You guys have all probably been to one before. They just bring you out unlimited dishes. It's limited, but at least the family style. I think they have places in Gatlinburg that do. Yeah, like farmhouse, Mama's Farmhouse or something like that. We've been to one, so I forget what it's called. Taste of El Salvador, 1565 Patton Avenue, located along a strip mall filled stretch of West Asheville. This spot offers affordable Salvadorian fare like pupusas and tamales. Pro tip, it's located by two other beloved eateries known only to locals, Taqueria Manus and Pupuseria Patty. I probably mispronounced those Spanish words. I apologize. I'm normally pretty good with Spanish cuisine words, but these ones in particular, I was not familiar with. Anyway, that was a fun article. Even in that picture right there, that must have been the Cuban cafe. You can see the rice and beans. You can see, it looks like maybe some tostones and the Cuban bread. It was very, very delicious. Hopefully 2022 doesn't turn out to be 2022. I agree. Let's be optimistic that it will not. By the way, maybe we're getting famous. We got a troll. Not really, but oh my goodness, we have 15 people on. Listen, for all those of you that joined late, this is getting towards the tail end of the live stream, episode 100. I want to welcome everyone that may be a newcomer to the live stream or is sitting in the background or maybe listening to this like a podcast. Welcome, everyone. Happy New Year. Yes, again, episode 100 of the Mountain Man Monday live stream. Just one slide ago, I did the 2021 year in review. Later back it up and talks about all the neat metrics and fun things, favorite, best, worst, best video, worst video, most liked, disliked, and all that fun stuff. Make sure you check it out. Sounds like the gas stations there serve more than one type of gas. I love it. That's the comment of the live stream right now because that's my type of humor. You can get fart humor with me all day long. I love it. I didn't grow, you got to have a sense of humor. I didn't grow up completely. Yes, very, very good. All those restaurants sound good. Actually, every single one did. I think top of my list might be that family style one if they did that. Oh, and your husband cooked for you. I may try a video doing dinner sometime. You should. I'm sure it's very, very good food. He multi-talented. Yes, everybody here. Let's see. Moving over. Smoky Mountain Hiker, I mentioned earlier about the weather. And if you look at the weather here, we are this is more typical for this time of the year. You got lows in the 9 and the 20s, highs in the 40s or 50s. Sunday, there is a little icon of snow. I have not heard anything specifically. Again, one of the interesting things around here is that elevation changes make a big difference and sometimes just the distance north and south. So it's really hard to say. Some people, of course, the extremes like Mount Mitchell and up maybe Mount Pisgah and those larger mountains, they get a lot of snow. But the Blue Ridge Parkway closes at the one snowflake, and they just shut it down. They don't spend any money plowing it. It's not a major thoroughfare. It's not a necessity. And so a lot of these neat places can only be visited during those times by hiking to them. And some people do. But anyway, we'll keep an eye on that. But it's wintertime and we're enjoying that. So that is the that was a combination of the news and notes of the week for the beginning of the year, January 10th, 2022, and also the year in review for the Mr. Mountain Man YouTube channel 2021. And so let's go ahead and go back. And I hope you all enjoyed that. Let's look at a few more comments before I wrap up this live stream. Another 5 or 6 minutes. Barbecued pulled pork burgers on toasted bun with a side of veggies. Can you, speaking of dry ice, can you please package that up, send it to Western North Carolina, overnight it if you don't mind, and I'm going to eat that for breakfast. That sounds absolutely delicious, fantastic. I'm super hungry. I have a mountain man-sized appetite right now. That is really good. They opened a Whataburger close to where I live. People have been waiting in line for over 2 hours. That's crazy. Whataburger. All right, so down where Foxy is, actually, I don't know where Foxy is exactly. She says South Georgia. But when I used to drive between Florida and somewhere north, I would go along I-95. Near Brunswick, Georgia, which is South Georgia, they had a Whataburger. That has since closed. This was just an interstate exit. That has closed. But I had gone to that Whataburger traveling, 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago, whatever it was, when that was open, and had Whataburger. I love burgers. Burgers are maybe my favorite food overall. You might say, how unoriginal, Mr. Mountain Man. Why are you not picking some neat dish, some ethnic food or something? I like a really good multi-layered cheeseburger or burger. So, it's all subjective, but I don't think Whataburger was anything to write home about. In fact, you guys are going to call me crazy, or maybe not, but of the mainstream restaurants, I honestly think Burger King has a tremendous fast food burger that is better than Whataburger. I mean, you give me a triple Whopper with cheese all day long with lettuce and onions compared to Whataburger. That's my opinion. I think it's because it's new and Whataburger's out west and some other locations that they think it's all cracked up. I'll tell you another one that I'm a little disappointed about that you guys might find surprising, which is Five Guys. Five Guys, to me, the problem with their meat is it's very bland. It's big. I get the biggest burger they make, but the seasoning and the flavor just really isn't there. If you want to know the best fast food burger I ever had, and I didn't go into the place thinking this is going to be the best ever, was that Bronham's. Was it called Bronham's? I have a short from it. It's in the let me pull it up. Hold on. Is it a fast food? What's it called? Oh, it's called Brahms. Brahms. Okay. If you guys ever go to a state, I put it in the chat, that has one of those, the burger I got there, I was like, this is the best fast food burger I've ever had. Another place that has a good fast food burger, believe it or not, is Hardee's. Hardee's has really good burgers. Hardee's and Burger King of the mainstream have the best. To me, Wendy's has the worst. Actually, McDonald's, I don't know. But anyway, Brahms. I said Brahms or something. Brahms. And then add to that banana split or something like that. It was so good. So anyway, try out the Whataburger if you have one. You guys have probably had one before, but I remember the patties being very small. And I don't know. I don't know if it was anything to write home about. Hey, James, how are you doing tonight? Welcome to the live stream. I appreciate it. I hope you're having a great start to your week, a nice Monday, and a happy new year. And hope you're enjoying. We're getting towards the latter end of the live stream, but thank you for joining us. Appreciate it. I eat my beets in powder form. Oh, that must be healthy. Let's see. Burgers all the way. No Whataburger in this part of South Georgia. I think only on I-95 coast. Yes, that's where it was in Brunswick, but subsequent to that, they had closed it. So yeah, definitely check it out. Oh, Oh, it got blurry. I think that's because some people got home. I'm sorry about that. But I'll be ending the live stream here in a minute or two. Five Guys, we tried them first time yesterday. I wasn't impressed either. Very interesting. I mean, and their fries can be pretty bland too. You got to put some like vinegar on them. And they stopped the peanuts because of COVID. See, Five Guys used to let you have unlimited peanuts, I think, as a novelty, but they don't even let you have the peanuts anymore, at least the one here in Asheville. White Castle. So White Castle has a good burger, but you got to be honest. Sliders are awesome, but it's apples and oranges. It's not really a burger, I guess you can call it. I love White Castles. I can put them down all night. White Castle, I'll tell you what White Castle has. For fast food restaurant, it has the best menu. Nobody has a better menu, more extensive menu, unless they've changed it. They have so many varieties of little sandwiches and chicken and all this stuff. It's a family favorite of ours. We love White Castle, but it's not the best tasting burger. I like it. I really like it. Culver's Butter Burger. I have had one of those. It's a very rich. It's a very, very good burger. I will not deny that. They have one of those here in the Asheville area. It's very good. Five Guys is just, it is expensive. I went there after a workout not long ago, maybe like 6 months ago. I got their biggest burger and I left, and I don't know if I'm a pig, but I was still hungry. I decided to go against a review. Nothing great to say. Yeah. Plus the other thing about going to Five Guys, well, everybody's channel is different, but it'd be like me. It's so mainstream. But people like reviews of everything. You certainly do it. I see White Castle's coming out with a manwich type sandwiches. Too bad none here. Do you guys have Crystals? We had Crystals in Florida, which is like a copycat of White Castle, but not like White Castle. Ohio has White Castle if you ever want to go to White Castle. I like homemade burgers. Most of all, fast food burgers taste the same and not worth the money. My kids tell me they love the burgers I cook on the grill. They're always like, Daddy, I like the burgers you cook. I'd rather have that than anything else. So I can appreciate this. I've always heard nothing good to say, don't say anything. The one thing I will say about doing a poor review of an independent, not to go after them, but like, let's say in Asheville, I did go to a place and they truly had bad food. I might save somebody else money by, but it's subjective. It's just my opinion. But if I went in there and I'm like, oh my goodness, I got a burger and it was $23.99 and it was a quarter pound and the fries were cold. And my server was rude. And, but it was this neat, new, trendy place. And people were coming into town and they didn't know any better. I don't know. So you could look at it from that angle, that this is the point of, although there's like TripAdvisor, Google reviews, without a video, people can do that as well. And there are Crystals in East Tennessee. Okay. Crystals, Max and Irma Burger. So if you are not familiar, Max and Irma, for those of you, that was started in Central Ohio. It has branched out. Like there are some in Pennsylvania. Some have closed. The whole bar and grill has so much competition because it's basically very similar to Fridays, Chili's, Applebee's, Max and Irma's, O'Charlie's. They're all the same, which I read an article recently that with millennials, that style of restaurant is not popular and they're all having a little bit of a hard time. The whole sit down. Millennials tend to like, quick service like a Chipotle or food delivery service as opposed to an event going out. I'm still of the camp that I don't mind going out to these restaurants and sitting down. It's a little tough if you have a little one. It can get stressful, but if, that aside, I think I enjoy it. Well, folks, with that, I think we're at the bottom of the 1 hour and 30 minutes here. This has been a wonderful episode 100. My belly is super hungry right now because I did this on the front end. And so I need to go find something to eat. I don't know if there is something. I'm going to go at least attempt to put some food in my belly. I appreciate everyone in the 2021 and all these 100 episodes. Those of you that have followed along and been here to hang out and enjoy. I hope it has provided entertainment, satisfaction, a sense of community and getting together. I hope it's been interesting and you guys love it. And we'll look forward to many more live streams to come. I do them as I am able to. I look forward to putting it together, and I'm excited about it. Those of you that may have just joined or joined late, please go back and look at the year in review. That was a lot of fun, kind of reflecting on the channel. It was also great to see a lot of familiar faces that came back, and I haven't seen in a while. Smoky Mountain Hiker, Kentucky Girl, Chad was here earlier, Ted and Deborah Harrison, Pastor Dan and Kim, and then, of course, all the regulars that are here all the time. And so, yes, great live stream. Glad you're back. Looking forward to new videos. And of course, live stream. Oh, yeah. Here's a funny for you all. My next video will be of driving in the fall in the mountains, as timely as you can get here on the Mountain Man channel. I have my fall video, which I did not produce because, I haven't edited yet, but it should be pretty easy to do. But I hope you enjoy it. I know it's past the season, but that's next on deck. Smoky Mountain Hiker, good night, everyone. Have a great week. You as well. Kentucky Girl, thank you for being here. AZ Rock, it's been great. Mr. Mountain Man, thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful week. Be safe. I appreciate that. Happy 100. Congratulations. Thank you, Mom and Dad. I love you guys. Again, it was great talking to you last night. Super happy to be here tonight. Good night, Mr. Mountain Man, everyone. Great to have you here. Lily, sounds like Bob's cooking you a good dinner. Enjoy. Foxy, congrats on 100 again. A celebration, everyone. Go have a safe and wonderful week and stay warm. Appreciate it. Fantastic live stream, everyone. Have a great week. Thank you, Ted and Deborah Harrison. Christina, welcome to the live stream, and thank you for the congratulations. Love it. Thank you. I appreciate it so much. Mr. Carlos, great having you. You were the first one here tonight. Appreciate you taking the time each week. Mr. Mountain Man, have a great week. Absolutely. And everyone have a wonderful start to their year. I know we're 10 days in. Happy New Year again. Hope you have a wonderful, safe, and happy week. Thank you again for joining me on this episode 100. And until next time, we'll see you later. Good night, everyone, from the mountains of Western North Carolina. Take care.